All right, everyone. MC Pruett here and Miss MC Pruett right here. Welcome to Team Pruett Call Night. We appreciate you guys being here. We are live every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. So pass on to your new folks. Any of the folks that you haven't seen on the calls, definitely get the word out. We'd love to get some new faces. I see one down there, Miss Jessica. Welcome. Glad to have you. So MC Pruett is going to pass it on over to our special guest speaker tonight, Miss Bev Moser, and here is your introduction, ma'am.
That's my kind of music.
We'll get one more scream in, and then we'll slow it down for you. Here you go. So good. Miss Bev Moser.
Hi, y'all. Obviously, I'm not Melissa. So before I even get started into Nerve Health, which is going to be the product we're going to discuss tonight, because I actually researched this for one of our potential customers. So when Melissa got asked to do stuff with her brother, with people that are older than 2 and under 50, she took them up on that offer, and I told her I'd take her place. So she did tell me, and here's her note, be sure to give the Melissa disclaimer. The things that I'm going to be sharing with you about nerve health tonight are medical conditions, possible medications, other uses that we cannot post. This is just for our own private information and for your knowledge to guide you as you select the appropriate products for your customers. So with that being said, that's Melissa's disclaimer, don't share this publicly, and especially now with all the compliance stuff going on. So most of the information that I collected, and you can do this as well, is in a series of videos by Dr. Dennis Harris. And he actually is, or at least was last year, the medical director of Plexus. And he was instrumental in developing the Plexus Nerve. Of course, it wasn't called that in the beginning. It was Plexus Fast Relief Nerve Health or something. So it has a new name. Anyway, he does have a series of videos. He developed several products, and that's where some of this information came from. Why did we need nerve health? Well, according to Dr. Harris, over 80 million people have nerve damage or neuropathy. Now, neuropathy is a very general name for disease or dysfunction of one or more nerves. They're usually peripheral nerves. That means that those will be the nerves in your hands and your feet. The symptoms of that range from numbness, tingling, sharp jabbing, pain, burning, sensitivity to touch, muscle weakness. It can even lead to paralysis. So it's something that is very serious, and a lot of people suffer from it. The most common type of neuropathy is diabetic neuropathy. And of course, this nerve health then would partner with some of our pre-diabetic customers with our Slim. So they can get their gut healthy, they can get their blood sugar levels in line, and then they can also work on any nerve damage that they've had. Why did he develop this? There's no medication that can actually regenerate a nerve. There's nothing. There's no prescriptions or anything to heal a nerve, and it heals very, very slowly. It's slower than any other tissue. So he came up with a set of ingredients that he put in his nerve health that will actually do that very thing. They will help the nerve regenerate and heal. And of course, that's something that is very important to our customers and very frustrating to doctors because there's no medication that can do that. And I want to talk about the 3 main ingredients that are in there. A couple of them are in the proprietary blend, and then one is the B12. So we're going to go ahead and get into the ingredients, starting with B12. Now this is also called methylcobalamin. It's not the same B12 that you have as a shot. I know you've heard of people that got shots for B12, so it's not the same compound. It is bioactive, and that means that it is absorbable in your body. It's also water soluble. And the most important thing that it does in our nerve health is that it stimulates what's called nerve growth factor, or NGF, nerve growth factor. And that is a protein which is necessary for the nerve to remain healthy and for it to actually grow and for it to survive. And as I mentioned before, there are no prescriptions, no medications that anybody can buy that's going to do that for them. They need to go the supplement route. The second ingredient that also helps with this nerve growth factor production is called acetyl L-carnitine. For short, it's ALC. It is in the proprietary blend, so we can't know for sure exactly how much is in there, but Melissa and I looked it up today, and it, as I said, it stimulates this nerve growth factor. It has no known side effects. What we also found out is that it supports your memory. So as people get older, they start to lose their memory. So acetyl L-carnitine helps with that. It prevents neurodegeneration in the brain, which is related to aging. Yeah, I'm very well aware of that. And it can help lessen symptoms of neuropathy. So that's the second ingredient. The third ingredient that helps with this nerve growth factor is called alpha lipoic acid, or ALA. It is a very strong antioxidant. So it provides protection for our cells by bringing oxygen and nutrients and not allowing the free radicals to attach to the cells, which will damage them. Alpha lipoic acid also improves the function and conduction of neurons. Now, that's what the cells of the nerves are called. They're called neurons. So it's actually improving the conduction of the electrical impulse along the nerve. And if this particular ingredient sounds familiar, it is also in Slim. Alpha lipoic acid is also in Slim. Those 3 ingredients are the ones that he highlighted. In addition to that, there are many other vitamins and minerals that help with maximizing nerve conduction, nerve impulses. And Melissa said we didn't really need to get into most of those, but there were 2 other ingredients in the proprietary blend that she wanted me to mention. The first one is butcher's broom. Now, butcher's broom tends to tighten the veins. And I personally started taking Nerve Health. That was one of the first products I took after Slim. And I noticed that my varicose veins, I didn't see them. They weren't as swollen. They weren't as red. The blood was starting to reabsorb. I could wear shorts again, or short dresses if I wanted to. And Melissa is like, oh, it has butcher's broom in it. So butcher's broom is an herb, and it is intended to improve circulation. And of course, there you go, varicose veins. You improve circulation, you're going to reduce the effect of varicose veins. It also will help with edema. It helps with leg cramps. It helps with restless leg. What happens as a nerve starts to die, whether that's through disease or damage, is that as the body recognizes the nerve as dying, it cuts off the blood supply, the capillaries, to the nerve. So there's no way it's ever going to regenerate because it's not getting any nutrients, it's not getting any oxygen. So what butcher's broom does by improving circulation is opening up these capillary channels again and resupplying the damaged nerve with the nutrients it needs and with the oxygen it needs so that it can start to regenerate. There's, as far as Melissa knew, we couldn't find any interaction. Dr. Harris also said that he couldn't find and didn't know of any interaction with any medications, with any of the ingredients that we find in our plexus nerve. The other ingredient she wanted me to mention is horse chestnut. That's also in the proprietary blend, and it does the same thing. It improves circulation. So we're back to varicose veins improvement, edema, and restless leg and leg cramps. So they kind of do the same thing, and they work hand in hand. And she wanted me to mention that when she was working at the Vitamin World store, she had a customer that came in, her legs were so swollen that you couldn't tell the difference between, her thigh and her calf. Her leg was just huge with edema. And she had tried all these different medications. The doctors didn't know what to do. And Melissa recommended the butcher's broom and horse chestnut as 2 individual products. She took it and she came back a week and a half later and gone. Her legs were back to the normal shape and the edema was gone. So really, that was amazing. A final ingredient that she wanted me to mention, also in the proprietary blend, is called quercetin. And it has several health benefits as well. It's an antioxidant. And just like the butcher's broom and the horse chestnut, it helps improve circulation and blood flow. It also helps reduce the storage in your body of cortisol. Now, if you're not familiar with cortisol, that's your stress hormone. When you get stressed out, your body produces cortisol, and that can start to build up. And this quercetin helps reduce that buildup of cortisol. There are actually 3 products in this nerve health program designed by Dr. Harris. And of course, we talked about nerve health, but also I wanted to mention the Ease and the Ease cream. And if you have a customer that is into this kind of pain and pain management, that has to do with damaged nerves, then you might want to also recommend companion products of Ease and Ease cream. Why? The main reason is to reduce inflammation. It's very difficult for any healing of nerves to take place when they're being squished because of inflammation in your body. And both Ease and the Ease cream have an anti-inflammatory in them, and that's, Melissa will probably talk about that, but it's in the green-lipped mussel. So anyway, Plexus Nerve Health is an awesome product. What customers would want to use Nerve Health? Anyone that has any kind of pain from neuropathy, people with diabetes. My dad had diabetic neuropathy in his feet, people with fibromyalgia, people with restless leg, people with edema, which is water retention and swelling, and people with varicose veins. So that's all I have. I know I'm not Melissa. If you have questions, of course, you can ask her or ask Odie or get in touch with either one of them, and they'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have about it. But I can tell you, I love this product. It has really helped my leg pain, and it has helped my varicose veins to the point where they're not even that noticeable anymore. So awesome stuff. Get on board with this. Anybody have a question that I probably can't answer?
Well, thank you so much for sharing, of course. Anybody out there have any questions for Miss Bev? If you do, of course, you got to unmute yourself because everybody's currently muted. The key is unmute yourself.
Hello. It's
Hello.
Kat. Hey. Okay, I have a question. If either ease or the other one would help with gout. Any idea?
I don't know, but I will write that down and ask Melissa.
Yeah, if you would, that'd be great. We just actually got back from the doctor today with my husband, and his gout it doesn't flare up as bad as it used to before Plexus. Granted, we've only been on it for like 6 weeks, but it doesn't go like full blown, like it used to. But he is, it's every week that he is suffering from the pain of that. So it'd be great to know if either one of those helps.
It seems like it should, but I will certainly ask Melissa, and we will research that and get back to you.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Kat. This is for anyone. So anytime you guys are wondering if there's any health issues that would work with Plexus, I know I've talked about this before, and I don't think, Kat, you've been on our previous calls, but if you go to the top of the search tool on Facebook and put in Plexus and gout, you will see what comes up that's related to those two things. So I just found a testimonial that I could send you. It looks like he takes the Plexus Slim. I'm not reading through the whole thing, but like I said, you can go through the actual Facebook search engine at the top and just put in Plexus and gout, and there's testimonials, there's things that come up with it.
Okay, I appreciate that. I will do it.
Yeah, not a problem. So there's actually quite a few that come up there. And also, I believe, so I also do that where I search at in just Facebook world in general. And then I do believe you should be in, and everybody should be in, the Plexus Journeys Ambassadors Testimonial page. Make sure you are in there. Yeah, so you're already a member. So do you know how to search in the groups?
Yeah, I mean, I've used that. I've used that tool. I've actually have done a search for gout, but there's nothing real specific, and there's not a whole lot of testimonials, to be honest. But
Okay.
I'll plug it in again and play with it, because I mean, you can change one word and it changes the search. So
Right.
yeah, I'll mess with it and see. But yeah, if Melissa knows or has heard anything, that would be great, because that's probably one of the few things that we haven't ordered is the ease and the nerve one. So
Okay. All right. Does anybody else have any other questions? No? All right. Well, Bev, thank you again so much for doing this, and I know Melissa greatly appreciated it. Brian is going to be wrapping it up, so here we go.
MC Pruett here, sending Miss Bev off the proper way. And I do hope everyone feels even better now that Miss Bev is sharing this side. Thank you for that, Miss Bev. I will kick it back off to none other than Miss Odia Pruett to take over the rest of the evening.
So go ahead and everyone unmute yourselves, because I'm kind of just going to open it up. I just kind of want to see how everyone is doing.
good.
We'll talk at once. Allison got a new ambassador. What did you guys all think of the online party?
It was good.
It was great.
I thought it was really good.
All I see is head nod shaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a hard time keeping up with the comments, especially at the beginning.
Why can't we hear you? Hold on.
You can't hear me?
I can hear her.
Oh, okay.
That's
my fault.
so sorry. Brian had
MC
it.
Pruett ruined it.
It
So what did you guys all think of the online party?
was good.
It was good.
Did you guys like
I was just saying that it was hard to keep up in the beginning, just with like me the people that I had invited, trying to keep up where their comments were and where it was going back and forth.
Yes, I know. Well, that was our first time doing it, and I know it took a little bit longer. So I didn't personally invite anyone because I didn't want to have to be anybody messaging me throughout it, because you should have seen my notification side of my Facebook. It like blew up. I think I was up to like 72 notifications.
My God.
Yeah, so I thought about maybe doing those like every other week once I get them down and we kind of I get a system. What do you guys think? Like, did you guys like inviting them? Did you guys have any feedback from the people that you invited?
I think
that.
they liked it.
Yeah, they liked it.
Yes? Okay, good. Tammy, you're on there twice.
I am?
That's okay. I'm going to remove you. I don't know why. It's like telephone. So is there anybody that's not commission qualified yet or doesn't plan on ordering for themselves? If you want just to kind of throw out a couple ideas out there to help you get commission qualified. I know some people financially, say that maybe they can't get commission qualified. So if you can't get commission qualified yourself, that's when I highly suggest trying to find a customer. Also, my sister kind of recently just she got her backup order last month, and in her backup order was 2 7-day slims. And I can tell you that my sister, hold on one moment. So funny. And I can tell you that my sister is not one that is consistently working the business. She ended up posting on her Facebook that she had these 2 7-day slims, and she just said, message me if you're interested. And she had like 4 or 5 of her friends reach out to her. So the past week, my sister has been reaching out to me, asking me questions. So I know that we haven't really pushed like the trial packs or the sample packs. I know some people feel that they're pointless, but I suggest maybe, if you end up buying them, which I think you can get 10 of them for like, I don't know, $70, $80, Angelina. How much was it when you, hold on. Try again.
Oh, it was like 85 or 87.
Okay, and I think it's like 70 PV. But what you can do with the trial packs is you can turn around and sell them. Like I sold them for like $10. So you can get your money back. And I know that sometimes other leaders, like if I told you that, hey, I have 2 7-day slims, I'm going to give them to you, go out and sell them and, get the money back, so to speak. So those are just other ways that you can get commission qualified. You don't necessarily have to buy a combo pack. You don't have to, give them away. You can sell them. And I know some, like my sister sold her 7 days for $25. And so she got her money back. And she got new potential. So that was kind of huge. And it really just goes to show them to say, hey, look how easy it is. So I know Trish plans on doing it. I plan on doing it with some product on hand just to kind of see who's going to bite. So that's just an idea. Tracy, how are you doing with pushing to gold?
Working on it.
Yeah, I know. You're doing a great job. I believe you have 14 more, or potentially 14 to 13 more in the works to get commission qualified. Allison has her first new ambassador she got from the online party.
Congratulations.
Tammy
Thank you.
I will have to say that we've done pretty good the past couple weeks with new potentials, even if it's just one. Tammy had a potential and Tracy had a potential come to the meeting. Tammy got a text message earlier this week, and she's going to be joining us on Friday. So Tammy is, once she signs up, she's only one away from silver. So that's super exciting. Jesse had I want you guys to share all this excitement on the team page. You guys do know that I have to share it all with you guys.
It's all up to you, Odie.
You guys have to put it out there.
Well, you want to put it out there so we can rally behind you. So even if it's one glimmer of hope with a potential, let everyone know. The team is all about support. We always want to encourage each other, but get it out on the team page. That's what we're there for.
As you can see, I'm not like, my husband Brian is a lot better at blowing up the team page than I am. I need a little bit more support of you guys sharing your excitement. I know that Jesse had a potential three-way Zoom. And I really want to start really pushing the three-way Zooms. It's more personable if we can't do it Zoom, maybe even face-to-face if you're local. And I know like Annette has some things going on in the works. Allison has you have is it your husband that's having like a health fair, right, Allison? Yes. So Melissa and I plan on going to that in May. So you guys definitely post on the team page because my brain doesn't always retain it all. And I want you guys all to share with I want us to be feeding off of each other's energy. Like it really, I think we have a pretty good friendly competition within each other. So I think that it's really good and important that we share, anytime you have a potential, anytime you have you get a three-way Zoom scheduled, whatever it is, you get a text message, Tammy, you got that text message from Morgan, share it on the team page. It's not just for Brian and I to post on the team page. It's for all of you guys to post on there as well. So don't be afraid to post on the team page. So is there any other questions or anything that you guys would like to talk about or address?
Can I just say something, Odie?
Yes.
I might need your help with her on Friday because she wants to sign up on Friday and I work until 6 and she goes in at 6.
Okay, that's fine. I will home.
I'm going to try to talk her through it, like through text or if she has to call me or whatever. But if I'm busy, then I might refer her to you.
Yes, just say, hey, here's my number. And then it's probably better for me to walk her through the process just because I feel like some people, if they're not being walked through, then they either get confused or they don't like what they see and then stop. So,
right. Well, she told me she already went to the page and it was kind of confusing to her. So she already told me she was going to need help.
Right. That's why. So just go ahead
and I already told her I'm probably going to have you help her if I can't.
Okay. Perfect. That is awesome. Yeah. So
right.
I want to say you guys did an amazing job for the first half of the month. We had 33. We had 33 of you guys commission qualified in the first 10 days of the month.
Wow. Hey. We did the $99 cash giveaway. If you didn't see the results, Jennifer McDermott out in Texas won the $99 giveaway. Now, kudos to Miss Allison. You're the only one on the call that got yourself the T-shirt, so that'll be heading your way.
Congrats.
Hopefully
I can't wait to wear it.
Charlene got a T-shirt.
Sorry, Charlene's on the top of my list. So Charlene and Allison tonight's call. You both got the T-shirts, so I'll work on that this week. I also want to kind of remind you, Melissa, Amanda, and myself got to talking a little bit about the cash giveaway, and I kind of wanted to summarize it real quick. So the first cash pot was $99. That was based on $3 per qualified ambassador for the first 10 days. So we just gave that away. So I'll send that out to Jennifer. We will build from that $99, not starting at zero. So over the next 10 days, all the way up until the 20th, each ambassador that gets qualified including y'all's new folks, if they get qualified as opposed to getting a welcome pack. And if you don't know about it, let us know. We'll explain it. But ultimately, if they get qualified themselves, each one will be $2 into the pot, building from 99. So if we get 20 more folks qualified in the next 10 days, I'll add $40 to the 99. The next giveaway will be for $139, not for 20. And then the same thing at the end of the month for folks that get qualified, it'll be $1 per. So let's say I get 50 people. Well, I'll throw 50 more into the pot from the previous, which was $139. And at the end of the month, Amanda and I will give away $189. So the pot is building. That's just an incentive to get your folks qualified. So make sure they are fully aware of how that incentive is working for the month.
And by doing that is also helping each of you guys that are trying to push for your promotion, whether it be gold or silver. So that's what I love about all of this is like each one of us that are on this call, we have a goal that we're trying to hit and reach for. Obviously, we're all on this call because we are building our business. So, as Allison's trying to hit silver overall, and then Tracy's trying to hit gold, and as I'm trying to hit emerald, like we all help one another. So that's why we hope to get all that we can for those that are getting to get commission qualified. If you need help, I'm telling you, if you need help and you're not commission qualified yet, start reaching out to people because that's one customer. That's one customer at retail or preferred at a combo pack. That, to me, that's an achievable goal. That's not you having to go out and find 5 to 10 customers. So make sure that if anybody that is in your downline is not commission qualified and they don't plan on ordering, let's get them on a 3-way chat. Like, let's get them maybe ordered like some trial packs or whatever they need to do and try to get that money back. So please let me know because Brian and I are doing everything we can to help all of us to achieve our goals. Is there any questions about the contest that's going on? I know it's probably slightly confusing, but we ended up doing the team contest that way because it's a little bit for everyone, regardless if you're working your business or you're not working your business, if you're a wholesaler or you're building your business. So that's why we try to do the best we can to involve everyone, even for those. I know some of you guys have asked about, does it qualify a person with a backup order, like if their backup order process? The reason why we said no to that is because for those who have their backup orders and rely on the backup orders, what my goal is to try to get those wholesalers that just count on the backup orders to go in and manually place an order. So we're trying to get them involved. We're trying to get them to hands-on, open communication. So that was the whole point of us not counting the backup orders. Because, what fair is it for somebody to just allow their backup order to kick on, no communication, no participation in the team page, and hey, you just won $100. So we're trying to definitely make it fair for everyone that are definitely building their business, and you guys are all involved and who show up day in and day out. So, and as far as the iPad goes, I believe I got to sit back and look, but once we hit a minimum of 20 ambassadors that are added, that's when the contest will take place for the iPad mini.
So to clarify, we are only at 1 for the month. So
more than 1.
Currently 1, unless I missed some.
Yeah,
but in order to get qualified for that is you've signed a new ambassador and that individual gets commission qualified, not by a welcome pack, because that's not getting them commission qualified. That's welcome points. Okay. So if you need explanation on that, we can go into that another time. But again, the whole point for driving the iPad contest was to get folks signed up to join our team, build on their business through getting a new customer that month or purchasing their welcome and an additional 100 PV for the month, whether they go sell it retail to other people or not. That's where we're at with that iPad contest. So as far as I've seen, we've only got the one ambassador, and that was the individual that Lee Waters signed this past weekend, Kimberly Hackman. So I'll go back and dig into the numbers again to see if there's any other folks that qualify for that. Okay.
All right. Does anyone else have any other questions or anything that you guys want to touch up on?
Don't all talk at once.
Right.
Has anybody ever had a retail customer that keeps going back in to place another order have trouble logging in to get back in? Because there's this one girl, love her to pieces, but for some reason she cannot ever log back in correctly. She's like, it's giving me problems. I can't do this. I can't do that. She's trying to now order the triplex combo. Last time she only ordered the ProBio. And yeah, she keeps having problems. So I don't know.
You her login information and you can try.
That's the thing. She doesn't. She's well.
She needs to write it down.
She knows her password, but I don't know.
We're all adults here.
Well, she can. I mean, my suggestion would be the first thing would be to log out completely and re-log back in. Could there be a glitch or a cookie that's preventing it? A pop-up blocker? Maybe, I don't know. But that'd be the first thing. The next thing is Lee had an individual who she said that when she logged in, all she saw was her name, but she wasn't able to see anything else. Well, that somehow got resolved today. Not sure how, but she was having an issue. So I would just make the recommendation that they save their password and their login information on the page. That way, every time they go back to it, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other option is to restart your computer, because there's times where you either have cookies or you've got a glitch in your server, your IP address, and it's preventing whatever going on the page. And then start the computer.
Also, have her go back through, because Plexus, when she first created an account.
I did. I told her to go back and look at her email because they would have given you an email that had that information.
Right.
And then she sent me a screenshot of some email that had to do with customer service, which I don't know what that was. And then she sent me a screenshot of something else.
Just tell her to search Plexus in her email box.
Yeah.
It is sometimes challenging to search in an email box, but I do find them.
Sometimes a lot of things are challenging for people.
I told you. Did I not tell you guys you're going to learn so much about people?
I had to meet her at the gym the last time she was ordering the ProBio to help her on her phone, like ordering.
And I know that some Apple products, like, I don't know I know that it's not user friendly. Like, some people can't place orders from their phone. So,
yeah.
And I can't write, like, on my old phone, I was able to pull up my back office, but on my new phone, I can pull it up, but it's not a pretty picture. Like,
on my phone, somehow it got set to Spanish, so every time I turn it and I come up, it's always in Spanish, and I can't change it back.
I think you can do that at the very bottom, I think. I've done that before. Look at the very bottom and see if you can change the language. It would be you, Angelina.
Yeah.
So, does anybody else have any other questions? Any questions about 3-ways? I really also want to start doing, I know we've had a lot of newbies, and so, like, Allison, maybe we can try, for an example, we can try to get Carolyn on a Zoom call so she can, like, meet myself, Melissa, and we can kind of just introduce ourselves. I want to start doing welcome Zoom calls for your guys' team. Does that make sense?
That sounds great. And let me just say, Carolyn is so excited. She's going to be amazing at this. She's a yoga instructor and works with me at Special Olympics, and is so passionate about health. And so we've actually been texting the whole time. She had some stuff to take care of, so she couldn't be on the call. But she's like, we got to sit down and plan how we're going to do all of this. And I'm like,
so excited. And just to let you know, I mean, hopefully within the next couple of months, I'll have a little bit more freedom and I won't be tied to my house. But I know, I mean, granted, Angelina, you are in New York, but I'm more than willing to travel to come see you. You know what I
Are
mean?
you going to come to New York?
Once I hit Emerald, girl, let's get me to Emerald. But you know, that's the beauty of this job is having that freedom. So I have plenty of help with my friends to keep the baby. So for me to come over and meet and have lunch with you guys and sit down and just have like a meet and greet, that's not like a problem for, you know, Melissa and I would be able to do something like that. So just keep that in mind. But the same for any of you guys. I mean, we signed Charlene because she came over to my house. Like, just continue to reach out, continue to use me, whatever you need, phone calls, help remind me. I know that there's a lot going on right now, and I really like the momentum, so I want to keep it going. But yes, I'm super excited. So I definitely want to start doing welcome calls, but that's going to be y'all's job and responsibility to set it up and for us to start doing those. So I know,
Charlene, are we still meeting with your sister tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, so Odie, if you don't want to come over tomorrow for that, do you want me to tell you to like do a Zoom, and you can, like, us three will be sitting there and you could be doing like sitting over at your house? Or do you want to come to her house?
Are you going, where are you guys?
I'm going to go to Charlene's house tomorrow around 9 in the morning.
Okay. All right. I'll
And her sister is going to meet us over there.
Okay, perfect. Just send me a text message. I work tomorrow night, so, but if it's in the morning.
It's in the morning.
It shouldn't be a problem, and then I might get my friend to keep the baby. So, but anyway.
High five, everybody. Go team, go.
Hey,
Great
Brian.
job. Thank you again so much, Matt, for tonight. Does anybody else have any other questions?
I just wanted to congratulate Brian for gold. Since I missed last week's meeting, it's late, but I just still wanted to congratulate you.
Yay.
I know, and I have to say, even though I got him started, maybe I have silver, but he is truly working his business and he got himself to gold. So I mean, granted, we all helped, but most men and most husbands are not involved. That we went to a meeting Amy Paul had, and one of the guys, there was a husband there, and he stood up because he was a gold ambassador, and then the host asked him when did he hit gold, and he had to look over his wife, and she was like, oh, when did your wife hit gold for you?
I know when I hit. And I'm every time they ask.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you again so much for being on the call, and please don't be afraid to reach out. And if you guys have any questions, and please share your excitement on the team page. I want you guys to be involved as much as possible, and I want us to be feeding off of each other's energy. All right.
Thank you, Bev.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
You're